Hi, 13th Dadasaheb Phalke Film Festival. I had a fascination with the setting of an urban lifestyle and how isolating it can be. I was also occupied with the idea of masculine energy and feminine energy. I wanted to explore what it feels like to be alone in a society or loneliness in a crowd. How, despite having a lot of people around you, you may still feel alone. That was, in retrospect, the theme for the film, or the backbone of the film. And in regards to my drive to make this film, it was nothing but a desire to express myself the best I can, and as is with every art form, I believe. I have been making films, short films, since I was around 15, and my ideas that guide my filmmaking process, their roots stem from that period where you didn't have to take any permissions and you shoot DIY wherever you want with a close-knit group of friends whom you trust. So it was quite a transition when for this film I had to shoot with a budget in a professional way where I had to take permissions for everything and every penny had to be accounted for. And since it was a very low budget project, that also meant that my choices were very limited. For example, finding an apartment that fit my setting was quite a challenge. And also to deal with the bureaucratic limitations was a new learning experience for me. And I think my experience in making this film really challenged me and pushed me and forced me to learn something new. Constant communication and checks at every level and stage was absolutely necessary for this project, and everybody had to be on the same page. So I realized that my job was to communicate clearly with everybody what is my requirement as a director. I had some long discussions with student productions to make this project a reality. The entire process of making this film from conception to the final export was a challenge, I believe. The entire thing was peppered with challenges. The difference was night and day, and as is with every film, I believe. And since filmmaking is a medium where on every level the film is being reshaped as new layers are added. So it's something different on writing level and something different when you go on floor and completely different when you're editing. And I think it's not something that you should be afraid of necessarily, because I believe it's part of the process, and if you knew exactly what you were going to make, it would be a little bit boring. It's a balancing act where you keep on adding new elements to it. I have no particular target audience in mind as such, and for the USP of the film, I believe that it's crafted as an experience rather than as a narrative. So the mechanism on which this operates is slightly different from what you would be used to. I believe that you should watch my film because it's something new, and if nothing, you'd be left with questions that are worth pondering over and discussing. And worst case scenario, you come out knowing what you didn't like, which is also good. And my message to emerging filmmakers would be to adopt this new way of filmmaking where everything is no budget and you shoot with your phones or with the limited equipment that you have, and you can practice the craft that way. I want to express my gratitude and convey my thanks to 13th Dadasaheb Phalke Film Festival for accepting my film and giving me a platform where I can talk to industry professionals.